Hi, I'm Child Development and Early Learning Specialist Stacy Benj. And if you're a parent of a young child, a big concern you probably have is finding a preschool that will get your child ready for kindergarten. I'm going to do a whole series of videos on what to look for in preschools, but this specific video we're going to talk about what to look for to find a preschool that supports the writing process. Because sometimes what parents are looking for, although they'll come back and tell me, oh, the school is doing this or they're doing an amazing job, kind of makes me question the school a little bit. So I want to make sure you have the information you need when you go to research all of the different schools that are out there. So when it comes to the writing process, and if you want to know more about that and you haven't seen my other videos, check out my playlist on how do I teach my child how to write. And that will kind of give you information on how we encourage children to come up with a message and put it onto paper. I'm going to do a whole other series of videos on the physical standpoint as well. But like looking from that aspect of that creative storytelling, what you want to see in schools is, first of all, that unstructured play. And that's very important because a lot of schools will say, yes, we do play-based learning, and it can still be hands-on, very developmentally appropriate, but the teacher is, giving the child the materials and saying, this is what I need you to do. I need you to, maybe do patterns of beads on a string, or I might need you to, do a pattern on pegboard. And that's all okay, but you want to make sure that children also have the opportunity to have that unstructured playtime. We'll find that a lot of times on the playground, but we want to make sure it's happening in the classroom as well. And that's something as parents we want to embrace. When you walk into preschool, you do want to see children playing, because what's happening there is they're learning how to create stories. And before you can put a story or a message on a piece of paper, you have to learn how to create the story first. So look for a lot of play. See if each classroom has a dramatic play center. Make sure they have a great set of blocks. Make sure they have things like puppets and dolls, but just anything where you can create a scenario and act it out. Look at what type of materials they have on the playground. Do they have things to make mud pies? Do they have tricycles and things that might look like a gas station or something like that? But just saying, hey, do children have opportunities to create stories? Another thing to look for, I'm always concerned when I see a bulletin board that has a craft project on there from every child and they all look pretty much the same. What I start questioning is, what did the child learn from that activity? And from the writing standpoint, I start saying, okay, do the children have the opportunity to come up with a story, and then did they have the opportunity to put that message on a piece of paper? A lot of times those craft projects don't allow for that. So I want to look for things like original artwork that's been posted up on the wall, or a piece of paper that has scribbling or open-ended drawing. And then I look for a step further. Did the teacher write the child's message? Did the teacher say, tell me about it, and then write what the child drew the picture of? Or look for actual pictures. Maybe over by the block center, you see a picture of a block structure that a child has created, and maybe the teacher has written next to it, this is what the child created, and this is the story that went along with it. So those are some of the things that you want to look for. If you get the opportunity to interview the teacher, ask him or her, do you ask a lot of open-ended questions? Or how do you find opportunities to ask those open-ended questions? So instead of the yes or no, where the teacher asks something where the child can come up with anything, because that kind of helps that creative process as well. And that will tie into the storytelling or story creating. That's an important part of that writing process. So let me know some other things that you would like for me to address when you're looking for preschools. I'm a huge advocate of children playing a lot. So, I encourage you, when you go into a school, don't be alarmed if you see that. You need to embrace that. But let me know, like I said, any other questions that you might have. I'm going to put some links in the description that will send you to some sites that have information on some things to look for when you are researching preschools. And as always, please subscribe to my channel, and please let me know what other questions you might have. So thanks for watching my video. I look forward to hearing from you, and I will see you next time.